Hi, hey, greetings, hello. Whoa, another video so soon? That's crazy. Look at him go. I said I wanted to do a sort of E3 related, video game related vlog thing. And so here we are. I thought I can't wait too long after E3 before doing this, otherwise there won't be much point. I find it really fun. I enjoy watching it. It's always exciting for me. Even when you sometimes kind of know a lot of what's going to be shown. I'm a huge nerd, and I know you already know that, and you probably are too, because you're probably here thinking, oh, I love his pixel art, I want to watch his pixel art more, why ain't you doing more pixel art? Sorry, just know that things are rumbling, things are in the works. Anyway, so let's talk about this drawing, this video, not future videos, this video. I felt like doing a bit of fan art. Sometimes I do fan art and I'm in the mood to do fan art, and then I struggle a bit. Firstly, I struggle just trying to make the fan art look good. I've struggled to, think of a creative way to make some fan art. Most of the time, half the time, I sort of just am not pleased with the fan art that I make. And then the other issue is thinking about style. I find it's quite a, I don't know, I guess an interesting idea about if you're doing fan art, how much should you try and replicate, or not replicate, but how much should you focus on the art style of the thing? You've always got your personal style that is just natural to who you are as an artist. This whole conversation about style could be a whole video in and of itself. But I always try and, when you're doing fan art, you're doing it because you like the art of the thing, probably, unless it's not art related, in which case you just like the thing. There definitely is a sort of struggle of how much should you just change it into your own style compared to how much should you be sort of celebrating, let's say, the art style of the thing. So yeah, there's some thoughts about fan art, hey? But yeah, Pyre. This is some Pyre fan art. I started doodling and I knew I wanted to do this character. Her name is Sandra. She is, which is quite funny because in like Britain, Sandra, that's kind of got, it's like such a, I don't know, it's a very like normal name. Whereas in this, it's like used in a much more like mystical way. Anyway, she's like a spirit who lives inside this crystal, and she helps train you, and she helps train your characters, and she's really cool. She's like blind, I think, so her eyes are always closed, and she's really funny. She's grumpy, and she's like lived for like thousands of years. She's a cool character. What I will say is the artist who worked on Pyre, who works at Supergiant Games, I've already mentioned this, I feel like twice before, but her name is Gen Z, and she's like a concept artist, an illustrator, and I absolutely love her work and character stuff, and I think she's amazing, and she's done the art in Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre, and they're all so freaking sweet. She's like almost like a solo artist, like her style is everywhere, all over those games. I recently saw on their Twitter, Supergiant Games advertised the fact that they were hiring, but it's only like in-house studio stuff. And like I'm trying to be this freelancer from Britain. I can't really be applying to things that require me to go like live in LA. Maybe one day, maybe one day. I'm always thinking about that. Like jobs for me is a weird thing, art jobs. Because I want to be a freelance illustrator. I want to, be the person that people come to and hire for just projects, just one-off type things. So I can do a load of things while also working on my own stuff. But then, I've got to have a part-time job at the moment to pay for stuff. So I'm always thinking like, how much would I want to go after a studio job? It's quite a difficult thing. I've had this conversation, I feel like 1,000,000 times with different people, members of my family, members of my friends, strangers, on like jobs. And I kind of get bored of it, to be honest. I just focusing on my freelance, focusing on myself. I'm not the type of person to worry too much about the future and like career. And like, because we're only here for a short while, aren't we? So if we're not having fun, what's the point? You don't get to take anything with you when you go to the other side. That was a long ramble. I'm impressed. Sometimes I try and think, Maybe I should try and do a video where it's just non-stop, no edits, and I'm just rambling. Like, I feel like that would be quite funny. So it's like, my idea would be like, you click on the video to watch my video, and as you click on the video, you're sitting there for 8 minutes or whatever, watching the video, you know, like in real time. And me on the screen is also just sort of, my video is just 8 minutes of me just no edits, just sitting along with you talking. It would make it a much more interesting conversation, I think. I mean, then I obviously run the risk of like having a lot of me going and also dead air when I'm not speaking. But it could work. You never know. Where the hell have I gone with this talk? I was talking about fan art, then I was talking about style, then I was talking about Gen Z, then I was talking about freelance illustration and jobs. Yeah, it would be so awesome basically to work with Supergiant Games and to work with Gen Z. So I don't think they're looking for any freelance work. That is to say, anyway, I'm not even probably skilled enough yet. I'm not at the bar that they're looking for talent-wise. I will be one day. But yeah. I just felt like doing some fan art. Once I'd done it, I was so like surprised with what I'd done. I instantly had the idea that I had to make it into a little animation, a little GIF. So it ends up actually being a little animated GIF. The way I drew it just naturally led on to it. There's only line on like the face, but then the body and the fire are like, there's no line work, there's no outline. So it gives it a nice little texture. But yeah, I've just rambled on for so long. I never even mentioned E3, and that was meant to be the whole point of this video. That was the reason why I did some video game fan art. I wanted to talk about video games. So if you've made it this far, I mean, who cares about people's opinions on E3 anyway? You watched E3, I watched E3, we enjoyed it. You liked different games, I liked different games, so who cares? I'll just list the games that I'm most excited for. Number one, I'd say, is Ghost of Tsushima. I freaking love Japan. I love everything about the country, the culture, the art, the landscape, the history. So Ghost of Tsushima, the opportunity to play as like a samurai roaming around the Japanese countryside. Sign me up. Last of Us 2. I think Last of Us is like my favorite zombie adventure game ever. The Last of Us 2 looks amazing. I love the trailer. I love the character of Ellie. I think it was great. I'm excited. Death Stranding. Metal Gear Solid 2 is my favorite. But I did also love Metal Gear Solid 5 as well. Death Stranding looks crazy. Cyberpunk. Even though we've only seen like a CG trailer, from what people have said, like I think IGN have had a behind closed doors demo. It sounds great. The next two that I'm just super excited for really is that new sci-fi space game that by Bethesda that was only teased. Like, what's it called? Starfield? And then obviously Elder Scrolls 6. Like Skyrim and Oblivion are some of my favorite games of all time. I'm so excited for Elder Scrolls 6. I just can't even. And then of course, Super Smash Brothers. I'm hyped for that. I'm a Kirby main. Kirby is my man. I will wreck you, son. Smash Brothers, E3, Pyre, fan art, illustration. What more do you want from me? Huh? What more do you want from a YouTuber than this?